C, D, E, F, G. But there's also notes in between those notes, alright? So let's see. There's A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp. Okay, I said there's 12 notes, right? This is not 12, this is 1. Oh, come on. Why did the autofill do the thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 notes. That's not 12. This is, let's see, this should be 12. 1. Fuck you, autofill. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? Okay. And I'm gonna turn these that have a sharp symbol next to them. I'm gonna color them black because that's how it looks on the piano, alright? Except normally people represent this thingy. They usually start at C, so I'm gonna do it like this. Oh, come on, that's not what I'm copying and pasting, dude. Copy, paste. Alright. A, B, C. Alright. So then it just repeats itself. Right? Alright. So, if you ever, like, looked at a piano, this is what it looks like. There's, like, a pattern of 2 black keys and 3 black keys and 2 black keys and 3 black keys, and you're supposed to use those as, like, landmarks to find where the notes are. So C is to the left of the 2 black keys, D is in the middle of the 2 black keys, E is to the right of the 2 black keys, alright? And then with the 3 black keys here, you're supposed to use those to figure out where F, G, A, and B are also. So F is to the left of the group of 3 black keys right here. G is in between the 2 left on the group of the 3 black keys, so G, and then A is between the group of the 2 black keys on the right of the group of 3 black keys, you know, and then B is all the way to the right of the 3 black keys, right? So C, G, G, F, G, A, B, C, right? So notice, first of all, let me just play all these notes in a row, because what use is a music tutorial if you can't hear anything, you know? Let's see. Can we hear anything? Let's find out. Where's my instruments, dude? Right here. Not here. Here. Okay. So you should be able to hear something there. Right? Okay. So right here, I'm playing this note that is to the left of the 2 black keys, and it's C, okay? And if you look at this thingy right here, that's what it looks like on sheet music, right? So now I'm gonna play all these 12 notes in a row, alright? C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, alright? When you play all those notes in a row, that is called a chromatic scale. That is spelled like this. Let's see. Chromatic scale, okay? And you can play it up or down. I played it upwards twice, but I'm gonna copy paste this and Now I'm going to call this B flat, and I'm going to call this one A flat. Call this G flat, this one E flat, this one D flat, this one is the same thing as before, so I'm just going to copy paste this. Oops, what did I do? Alright, here we go. Alright, so usually when you are, I don't know if I'm hearing echoes here, hold on one sec. I'm going to close the finale for what right now. Alright, so here's what I'm going to play. Starting C. Going up. C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, E, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C. Right? And then usually when you go downward, you would read those in flats, because flat means like you lower a note from where it is. Sharp means you raise a note from where it is. Alright, so starting from here, I'm gonna go from right to left. C, B, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F, E, E flat, D, D flat, C, B, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F, E, E flat, D, D flat, C, right? So what's the deal with these two sets of names for these black keys, huh? What's up with that? Those are called enharmonics, okay? Like, they make the same noise if you hit them, right? And it depends on the context if you call it a C sharp or D flat, okay? So right now I'm playing this note, and I'm also playing this note. If you see on this little window here, it's calling it D flat. I don't know how to change that setting right now, but it's the same note, okay? Alright, but now this other thing that I need to mention about the chromatic scale is hold on. Musicians, hold on, let me put a definition here. Enharmonics are notes that have, or like a note that has more than one name, you know, basically. So C sharp, D flat, same note, two different names. It could have more different names, but we're not going to get into that yet, right? Alright, so when you're playing a chromatic scale, it is made out of these things called half steps or semitones. Those are names for a type of interval. You should know what intervals are. So let's see. Intervals are the distance between two notes, okay? Intervals can be measured going up or down, alright? Intervals can happen between two notes playing at the same time, or one after the other. When they're played at the same time, they're called harmonic intervals. When they're played one after the other, they're called melodic intervals, okay? Let me go back to this. The chromatic scale. The chromatic scale is a I need to define what a scale is too. A scale made of only of like melodic half step or semitone intervals, okay? What is a scale? A scale is a set of notes that, like, it's just a set of notes, okay? You could say it's a set of notes that sounds good together or whatever, but I'm just gonna say it's a set of notes, and then let's just we can elaborate on that later. All right. So let's also probably figure out what these intervals are, dude. One sec. List of intervals. So first of all, when you play one note and you play the same note, that is an interval also, okay? On the piano, you can only play one note in one place, like each note has its own place. On string instruments, the same note can happen in different parts of the instrument. So you could have, like, for example, on a violin, if you played your fourth finger on the G string and you played the open D string, they would be the same note. That would be a interval called a unison, alright? So unison equals distance of 0 between two different notes. Oh no. Alright, well I'll have to turn up the font then. Let's see. Which text? This one right here? Let's see. 12-point font makes sense. Oh my gosh, I have to make all my squares bigger too. How about optimal width? Okay, oh, no way. No way. Undo. Let's just turn it up to 11.35. Alright. 0.35. Alright. Is that more legible? Or does it need to be larger? What? What are you zoinksing and jinxing about? What's up? Anyway. List of intervals. When you go from one note to itself, that is a unison. There's no distance. There's a distance of 0 between two different notes. I mean, they're the same note, actually. Alright. Alright. That's a unison. So then, whenever you go up any other distance or down a distance, these two notes I'm playing are C and C sharp. They're right next to each other. Notes at the bottom. Oh, right, that shit's in the way. Alright, let's see. There we go. Let's see. Maybe I shouldn't even use the notepad. Alright. Anyway, from here to here, this is a minor second. I don't know why it shrinks that second into such a tiny little illegible thingy, but minor second is distance of one semitone between two different notes. That can go up, like from C to C sharp. I'm gonna do it here, C to C sharp, or C to B. Alright, C down to B, that's a semitone. C up to C sharp, that is also a semitone, or a half step is a different name for that. Major second, we're just going to keep increasing the distance between the notes by a half step. Distance of two semitones between two different notes. Maybe I don't need to keep typing between two different notes because I already said it's between two different notes a billion times, alright? So, major seconds sound like this, from C to D, and you can see visually that we are skipping a note, right? So if I wanted to go from C down to B flat, or C down to B flat, like this, there's a distance between where I'm skipping a note, right? Alright. I should also probably say, minor seconds are also called semitones, or half steps, and major seconds are also called tones or steps. Alright. So then, okay, what the heck? One sec. Continuing, I'm just going to add another half step between these. We just did this, right? So now we're going to do adding another half step above these. So here we got C and E flat happening. That is a minor third, and you can see right here it tells you that. If I did this, if you were looking at this section also, it also told you. So here, C down to this was a minor second. C up to here was a minor second also. This is major second, this is minor third, major third, perfect fourth, tritone, perfect fifth. Okay, I shouldn't rush it though. Minor third, here we are. Minor third equals distance of 3 semitones, either up or down. Then we got major third is distance of 4 semitones, right? So going from C to E is a major third. Same thing with going from C to A flat. That's a major third, alright? You should be able to hear that they sound different from each of these distances has a different sound to them, right? Right? Alright. Next. We don't have a major fourth or a minor fourth, we have a perfect fourth. It is the distance of 5 semitones, okay? This perfect fourth sounds like this, and that's from going C up to F. Same with going C down to G. These are both perfect fourths, okay? The reason they're called perfect fourths is because the way that the sound sounds when it doesn't have any beating happening. Beating is like when there's a detuning thing happening. Alright, so if I just let me see. It's for everybody. It's for everybody, dude. You can learn something or nothing, or just figure out, oh man, these musicians, they're a bunch of weirdos, man. Like, what are they talking about? Why do they say these things? Like, what is that? I don't know. Alright. Let's see. I don't know if you can hear FL Studio yet. Let's see. FL Studio. One sec. Not like that. Alright. Why is it doing that? Why is it making flute noises, man? Hold on. Alright. Trying to find a synthesizer sound. Alright. Alright. So here you should be able to hear like a beeping noise, right? And what I'm trying to say about these perfect interval thingies is, why the fuck are they called perfect intervals? Like, what is that? Like, what you think they're better than me? Like, why are they perfect, huh? It's like, because the overtones and stuff are not beating against each other, okay? So, let me see what I mean. Here. Where's the little... What's the... Hold on. I'm trying to show a oscilloscope, but the oscilloscope's not showing up yet. Alright, one sec. One moment. Alright, so this thingy here is an oscilloscope, and it shows you the waveforms, and right now if I play this, it kind of looks like it's moving, wobbling back and forth really fast, right? Because that is what sound is doing. But I want to find a note that makes it look like it's standing still a little bit. Okay, here, this one's a little more stable, right? So if I play a single note, you can see it like moving across the screen, right? And then if I play this type of interval, which is a minor second, you can see and hear that it's pretty dissonant. Like, these waves are like wobbling crazily, right? I'm gonna expand to a major second, minor third, uh, major third, and then okay, that doesn't exactly help. Perfect fourth. Let's see. It's supposed to be a little more stable looking, I guess, but not really. I don't know. I need to demonstrate better, dude. Let's see. Yeah, that's not a very good demonstration. Anyway, you should be able to hear it at least, that, it doesn't have as much beating as, like, this, or this, or this, or this. Like, it sounds kind of smooth, you know? Smoother. Anyway. Perfect fourths. Let's see. The next one is called a tritone, or a or augmented 4, or diminished 5/5 equals a distance of 6 semitones. And the reason, what do you want, Twinkie? Why are you here? I'm busy. I already took you out and you already pooped, man. Anyway, dog's here and is bothering me. The reason that this is called a tritone is because, remember I said a tone is the distance between two semitones, right? So if I go from here to here, that's a tone. From here to here, or sorry, that's another tone. From here to here, that's another tone. And then if I do this, this is 3 tones of distance. Sounds like a tritone, right? How's my music tutoring going? It's fine. It's not the same students. I'm not getting any other students. But, yeah, it is a lot of information to think about. Sort of. Anyway, this is called a tritone. Called a tritone because it is a distance from of 3 tones, you know? Not 3 semitones, 3 tones, alright? They sound like this. They sound very dissonant. It's supposedly the most dissonant interval, they say. Like, you hear these notes, they sound like shit because they're dissonant, supposedly. But the thing about this, it's a pretty important interval because when you go a half step up and down from it, it resolves it. Or if you can go a half step down and up from them, also resolves it, right? Or I don't know. Let's see. Next one. Next interval is perfect fifth. And it is the distance of 7 semitones. So I've not been demonstrating here. This C to this is the tritone. Here to here is perfect fifth, right? Or you can go down to F is also fifth, alright? So this is the thing that musicians call power chords. Power chords are built using perfect fifths and a different interval I haven't talked about yet. So we'll get to it. Next interval is a minor sixth, and is the distance of 8 semitones, and it sounds like this, right? Same thing, you can go backwards, which would be this. Wait, no, that's not even the same type of interval anymore. That is the wrong one, dude. Let's see. Should be, what are you doing, dude? Let's see. This is the minor sixth, okay? Not this one. This is minor sixth. Let's count down to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. let's count up to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So going up 8 semitones gets you a different note than going down 8 semitones also, okay? They are resulting in 2 different sets of notes, okay? Same thing with every other thing. But look, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I move this down to like, they're the same type of interval, okay? You should know that. That's not very clear what I'm saying, but whatever. I don't care anymore. Let's see, major 6. Major 6, dude. What a great tutorial. Equals distance of 9 semitones. Why is that so tiny font, dude? Why is that such a tiny font? Let's see. 12. Here we go. 9 semitones. Sounds like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if you count down, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? These are major 6. Wow, okay, bye. Alright, major 6. Next one. Minor 7. Why is it shrinking again? Equals distance of 10 semitones. 12 point font. Please, why does it keep changing? Alright. Minor 7. Sounds like this. And if you go downward, it should be like this. Yes. Next one. Major 7. Distance of 11 semitones. Alright. Sounds like this. It's also pretty dissonant. Same thing with this. Alright. Last one that I'm going to talk about for now, probably. Octave equals distance of 12 semitones. This is the other different interval that I was talking about here in power chords, where and an octave. Alright, so if I play a perfect fifth and then an octave above the root bottom note, it should sound like this. Here's a perfect fifth, right? And then here's an octave, right? And then here's a different octave. Octave just means the same note in a different, like, it's the same note, just higher or lower in the range of the instrument. Alright, let's see, how do I make this big? Same note. Alright, so now if I wanted to play a power chord, I said it is a perfect fifth plus an octave, right? Maybe I should play a different instrument that isn't just a piercing tone, a piercing sine wave, dude. We'll see. Let's go back to the piano sound. It was right here. What? Right. Alright, that's enough for intervals. Actually no, it's not, because the next thing that I wanted to say is power chords. What do you want, Twinkie? Can you pee again? I don't want to take a break though. I don't know, man. Let's see. What do you want? Yeah, I guess I'll have to take a break, dude.